This is your dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. Starting from humble beginnings, Nick has been beating the markets for over 2 decades. He shares with you his take on the profitable trades that will have you moving towards financial freedom in no time at all. To see an in-depth review of his track record and much more, go to inthemoneystocks.com.
Welcome. This is your daily dose of daily market wisdom with master trader Nick Santiago. I'm Kerry Lutz, and today is 3/18/21, show number 227. Well, a little bloodbath on Wall Street today, huh, Nick?
Yeah, we certainly saw a big sell-off in technology, and that came with the move higher in yields. Yields today really caught a big bid. The 10-year finished up 9 basis points to 1.73%. And, you know, tech doesn't like higher yields. So we saw a 3% drop in the Nasdaq today, and that's a pretty ugly decline.
Yeah, what did the Dow finish at?
The Dow was down 153 points. That's just a decline of 0.46%. While that doesn't sound like a lot, it should be noted, though, that the Dow today made a new all-time high. Earlier in the session, it was trading at 33,227, and it closed at 32,862. So you can see how big of a reversal that was for the Dow as well.
Yeah, so anytime you see these reversals, you got to be very wary.
That's right. And, you know, I've been telling everybody, even on this program, when the Dow leads and the other indexes are not leading or keeping up to par with it, that's a warning sign. And I still think this is a very big warning sign right now.
Yeah, I think you're probably right based on past performance. So what about weekly jobless claims?
So we had the weekly jobless claims this morning. They were released at 8:30 a.m. They showed 770,000 new claims reported. This is pretty much as expected, so it seemed like more or less a non-event. As for continuing claims, they decreased to 4.124 million from a revised count of 4.142 million. So, again, they were basically in line. There was really no surprises there.
All right, so the bartenders and waitresses are getting back to work. I saw where Governor Cuomo, embattled governor of New York, just reopened concerts and ball games. We're going to have the season opener, I guess, against the Toronto Blue Jays, the Yanks playing them. So things finally maybe getting back to normal.
That's amazing how he gets into a little bit of hot water. Well, a lot of hot water, really. And now he's starting to open things up. You got to chuckle at these politicians. They're an absolute joke.
Yeah, well, never let a crisis go to waste. And then once you are in crisis, you got to look to distract and deflect and stall, hoping that everybody's going to forget about the mess that you caused. But in this case, I don't think they're forgetting so quickly.
I don't think they're going to forget at all. And, I'm from New York. I'm a native New Yorker. But it's just terrible, despicable what is going on in that state.
Yeah, and what's going on at present, we'll see what the political system manages to do to address this issue. Not the subject of our show here, but what is that we got a quadruple witching hour tomorrow.
That's right. We got quadruple witching options expiration for the month of March. This happens once every quarter: March, June, September, and December. And tomorrow we'll get contract rollovers for the indexes as well. And what quad witch means is that we have 4 different asset classes expiring this week. So it's a lot of game playing by the institutions, a lot of whipsaw. Sometimes I would expect a lot of volume tomorrow by the close too. You'll also get some rebalancing in the indexes. So if you're going to stick around and trade late tomorrow, you got to be a little bit careful because a lot of things will move around. Some things will get dropped out of an index. Other things will be put into an index, and it's a day where you got to be a little bit on your toes.
And then Monday, we begin the whole process over again, right?
That's right. Monday begins real trading again. I call it. I never like a quad witch. I never love the options expiration week. It's just a lot of institutional game playing. It's very hard to navigate. These institutions have very sophisticated computer equipment. They know where they need to pin certain stocks, and as long as the volume is light, they could do it. Today, though, the volume was heavy, and you could see things started to unravel a little bit. But spider volume, as of the close tonight, 106 million. And anytime you get over 100 million, you better be on your toes because that's a warning sign.
And we're looking for more high volume days on the spiders, right?
I believe a lot of high volume days are ahead.
All right. And finally, gold and silver got a little hit today.
Yeah, it had a good day yesterday, though. So we have to take that into account. Yesterday, after the Fed announcement, gold acted really well. But, all in all, gold wasn't bad today. Right now, I'm looking at gold futures up $7. It wasn't terrible. Now, the GLD, which trades till 4 o'clock, the COMEX only trades till 1:30. The GLD today was down 95 cents. That's not a bad showing. The GDX had a great day yesterday, up almost 4% today, though it retracted that gain and pulled back a bit, down 1.7%, a 59-cent loss. Silver, the SLV, the ETF there, up 32 cents. And then you look at silver futures today, up about 3 pennies. So, not a terrible showing for precious metals today with the market sell-off.
Yeah, and initially they were really down a lot.
Yes.
Before the market turned around and kind of rolled over and played dead.
That's right. And gold, the GLD, you could really sometimes get a good picture of that. That really gapped down this morning. I traded as low as 161 today, and it finished at 162.59. So not a bad recovery for GLD.
Yeah. Compared to what it was down initially, definitely not so bad. It's just a minor down day for the metals. And I guess we'll leave it at that, and we'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll get the uptake on what happened with the quadruple witching hour. We'll see if the PPT just steps aside because it is a quadruple witching hour, and they have limited options. Then they have to pour in so much buying that it's kind of pointless. And then we'll see on Monday where the market starts out.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting weekend. As you alluded to, the markets have been defended on Fridays, and there's no denying that. So it's going to be interesting, really, to see the weekly close tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, well, they might just go all in. I don't know. This Powell, then, he just doesn't seem to be able to get the pulse of the markets and act accordingly, or maybe he just doesn't care at this point. In any event, make sure you go over to inthemoneystocks.com, take a look at Nick's trading record and what's available there. The trade is coming very shortly, so you better be prepared. And the Twitter feeds at ITMS, at Nick Santiago01, at Kerry Lutz, email address KL@Kerry Lutz. Nick, we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Sounds good, Kerry. Thank you.
And so concludes another episode of Daily Market Wisdom with Master Trader Nick Santiago. Be sure to go to his website, inthemoneystocks.com. Don't forget the Twitter feeds at ITMS and at Nick Santiago01.